Hey collective, what's up? Welcome to my channel, Journey Tarot. My name is Z. What is up, everybody? I am doing a quick intuitive message here for the collective, all signs included. We are in Aquarius season. I hope all is swell. Please like, subscribe, and share if you like the message and it resonates here, okay? Cool. All right, let's tap right into the energy and see what is going on, what's going down on the timeline here. Happy birthday to all of my Aquarians. I hope you guys enjoy your season, your solar return here, okay? So let's get into this message here. This is one of these messages here where when it first comes out, it's very confusing. And my spirit guides just told me why. It's because when we pick up certain messages, sometimes we have to literally descend in order to decipher what's going on here. And this is one of those messages here, okay? I feel like this is about an ex here. King of Cups energy, somebody who is in their feelings. And it has to do with a lot of lies that they told here, okay? And there could be several reasons that they told these lies about you, on you here, okay? Eight of Cups in the reverse with the Chariot in the reverse. You could be dealing with the Cancer here, but it has everything to do with, number one, trying to keep you stuck, okay? This person wanted like something to be continuous, a loop. They wanted you to stay in a loop that they were in here, okay? There's a big lie about you coming back, spinning the block, and you guys getting back together here, okay? Like, no, you didn't move forward here. I feel like somebody is very immature. There's a lot of stunted growth surrounding their emotions and maybe their mental as well. Like somebody didn't know how to deal with the breakup. But like I said, there's many reasons here, okay? I feel like that's at the core, okay? This person threw out a lot of lies. Eight of Cups in the reverse. You were coming back to them. Somebody even said that you guys were in a long distance relationship here. Travel, partner, and expecting. They could have said that you were pregnant, okay? Whether it was from them or somebody else. For some of you guys, I'm picking up on the fact that they said that you had gotten pregnant by somebody else, and that's why you traveled here, okay? Yeah, confirmation, okay? So if you moved away from an ex, this person could have said that you got pregnant, okay? And it's like you moved away to hide in secret here. You had somebody else, all right? And again, I'm getting an energy where, you know, just saying, hey, we broke up, like that's not enough. Why? Because you're dealing with a egotistical maniac here. And they feel like, you know, speaking the truth exposes them, okay? Because they're a fraud, all right? And again, it has everything to do with their perception and their perception of how people see them in their circle, in their family, whatever, okay? So that's the thing as well. Somebody said that you traveled, you were, you know, you had a baby on the way, you were expecting here, okay? That's one lie, all right? Someone new, okay? Again, having to do with someone new. But I'm also getting a timeline where they said that you guys had gotten back together. They could have said that you're in an open relationship here, all right? Like somebody was desperate to attach themselves to you even if it didn't make sense, because they're spilling a narrative that you have somebody else and you're pregnant. At the same time, they're still trying to attach themselves to you as if you guys still have something going on, okay? Yeah, and the sirens are going off here, okay? Back together. And the thing is, whoever this person is, they were juggling. With the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups is what came out prior to me cutting on the camera here, okay? So the truth is, this person was sad. They were depressed. They were feeling some type of way because they got caught up possibly juggling you. And they feel bad. Why? Because they lost you. You walked away here, okay? Yeah. So back together, you know. I feel like at some point they even said that you guys were getting back together, because you got the Chariot in the reverse and the Eight of Cups in the reverse here. Okay. Open relationship. This person is in regret here, but the main reason why they did this has something to do with money, and that's what we're going to get into here. Okay. You're in the Nine of Pentacles energy with the Four of Wands. You could be single. Okay. You could live by yourself. You could be very self-sufficient here, and they feel like a fool. All right. You are aware that this person is going through they're going through the motions here. Okay. Loneliness here. But I feel like they have been projecting onto you the entire time. All right. And again, that's why when I get this message, when I get some of these down, I'm like, huh? What? Because it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's like when you're dealing with someone who has a big ego and then they're a narc on top of that. They, like their mind runs away. Okay. And they feel like they had to put on this whole facade. They got to come up with an entire narrative just so they can stay safe. You could be dealing with somebody who has a wounded inner child. Okay. They felt very ungrounded, maybe even abandoned when you left. Okay. It's like they had to come up with, you know how children will come up with fairy tales when they feel unsafe. Okay. That's what I'm getting. It has something to do with money, though, okay? It has something to do with money. And, you know, when I first pulled the energy, it was coming out, you're aware of the type of games that this person has been playing. You're aware that this person has been lying, okay? Balance. This person needs some type of balance here, and this is what they came up with here. So again, there has to be an underlying reason why they were trying to attach themselves to you. It can have something to do with money. I don't know who you are, what you have going on here. Okay, this person could have been clout chasing. All right, somebody could have been in a situation where like this somebody else, or I don't know what you got going on. Like somebody didn't want to work with this person. The only reason they agreed to work with this person is because of their connection to you. Okay, there's something here about money, abundance, and prosperity here. Okay, and that somebody spent several stories, narratives here, false timelines here about you and them. Okay, a timeline that never existed here. Okay, so we're definitely getting this energy where they said you got pregnant by somebody else and that's why you traveled or you left here. You found someone new. The truth is they found someone new. This person was juggling when you guys when you guys were together. You broke up because of that and you left. Like that's what it is. Okay. But I feel like when you left, your back was turned, and maybe you don't have any mutuals between you guys, or if you did, you know, you're no longer in contact with them. And this person was running off like they had diarrhea at the mouth with all type of shit here. And again, they felt like something wasn't going to get back to you because something is so silly. Like, why would you tell lies about somebody being pregnant? And you know that eventually a baby is not going to manifest because it never happened. Okay? Like something is so dumb. It's so silly. Like, what are you doing? Travel partner. Woo! Anyway, back together. Abundance. So let's see what this abundance is about here. Okay? And then it's open relationship here. I feel like the open relationship energy is like when somebody spent the block and it's like, well, hold on. You know, this person here, I feel like they're mentally unstable. They told this person this. They told another person that. Somebody spent the block and it was like, well, I thought you said that. It was like, oh, well, we're in an open relationship. That's what this feels like, okay? Something else to throw out there and tie it all together, okay? What? Oh, my God. Like you literally have to descend sometimes. From a high vibration here, okay, to put some of these messages together, because it's like, what's going on? And then it's like, why? Why are you telling tall tales and fairy tales? Ego and money is what I'm getting. Loving yourself is in the reverse. This person does not love themselves. They have no self-worth or value here. Okay, therefore, they don't value other people. But I feel like they were projecting on you, acting as if you guys are in the same energy. Okay, like you're one and the same. You're two peas in a pod. Jesus Christ. All right, let's pull some energy here. All right. And they're somewhere in regret. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Child, they said that you ran off into the sunset with a new child's father, a new child's mother, okay? And then they could have told somebody else that you guys were back together. And then they probably had to throw out, oh, it's an open relationship. They're still dealing with me, like, okay, like, what? Let's see what's going on in this person's head, okay? But you're coming out as the high priest or the high priestess energy, like, you know, this person is doing some shady shit here, okay? Or they did or said some shady shit to get something to go their way is what I'm getting, okay? Like, what are you doing? And you're definitely dealing with someone who has no self-worth, because I feel like some of these lies, they would only, they can only take root for a certain amount of time, okay? You know? But they didn't care. Somebody just wanted to feed their ego in the moment. Like, it's so sad. Like, what is going on here? What is this money about? Because that's the main issue here, okay? Okay, blocked. It's over. Next lifetime. Okay, support, respect, love, soul, family, unity here. So you blocked this person here and there was no coming back. They knew that, all right? Or they got a clue some way, somehow after you left that it was over. You were not spinning the block here, okay? This person also maybe wanted to block off support for you, okay? Let's see. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, a narcissist is calling for backup. Mercury retrograde, evaluate how you communicate, improving on existing structures here. Be thankful, show gratitude, remain humble. Let's see. Somebody, whoever they're contacting here, is like telling them to humble themselves because they lied in the past with this Mercury retrograde. Like, you got to watch your mouth, okay? What you said about this person in the past. They could have been pretending to be thankful or show gratitude to somebody else. They could have been kissing ass. What is this about? Blocked is over. So somebody knows that you weren't effing with them, like it was over. This was not no makeup to break up situation here, okay? Yeah, but they couldn't accept that. So they went forth with a bunch of false narratives, manipulating views and lies. Like, somebody's ego was butthurt, okay? Butthurt. Neptune retrograde, confusion, uncertainty, self-deception, reevaluating values and beliefs. So this person here was still spitting a narrative as if you were still so in love with this person, okay? Like, this person was keeping up a false timeline that was dead. All right, they could have been telling people that you were still in love with them. Yeah. You blocked this person because they weren't grateful for you at all. You got attitude of gratitude, and then you got ostracized, shadow banned, and blacklisted here, okay? Wow. Like, this had to be exhausting. Doing all this lying, confusion, uncertainty, self-deception, reevaluating values and beliefs here, okay? They didn't want to speak the truth here, that they juggled you, okay? They juggled you. Again, you know, every now and then we pick up on these exes that they want to come off so bad as a divine masculine or a divine feminine. Or, you know, because again, if you were actually a divine masculine that made a mistake, you would just say that. You would just say that, man, I effed up. I lost a good one. Okay? Somebody can't do that because they're not divine. All right? They're coming off as a psychopath. Neptune retrograde. They cause a lot of confusion about a breakup. They're confusing other people here. And this next card has everything to do with money. Look at this. Conceal assets moved in secret here. Okay, so this person needed to keep up a timeline that said you and them were still a thing. You were still together. Air sign. Yep. Wow. Has everything to do with communication and money. That's what I'm getting. Okay, you could be an air sign, you could be dealing with one, but that's what I'm getting with the air sign. Okay, there was lots of talks about money. Okay, what was this money? What is going on, right? Because I feel like you're gone. You're gone. So this could be monies that you don't know about. Concealed access, moved in secret. They called for backup to do this. This could be some money, some property, something that popped up after you walked away. Okay, and they called for backup to get somebody else to hide this here. This person went into fight or flight. So this is someone who, they didn't want to reach out to you and say, hey, this is what's happening. This is what you're owed. This is what's due to you. This can even be something as simple as a big check coming in the mail. They didn't want to reach out to you. Instead, they chose to lie and they call for backup to get help. It's all about money. Look, a court case you don't know about here. Toxic AF here, okay? So this person ran some type of scam up in the courthouse here. Very toxic. What is this? Spiritual body, fire, connects you to higher dimensions, unseen forces, blueprint, source of your power here, okay? Interesting. So it went in the reverse and it landed on the Page of Wands here, okay? So this is someone who's definitely not tapped in here. They didn't get the message here that something was going to backfire, okay? Maybe they didn't even take an advice here because, again, you're coming out as the High Priestess here that this was not going to go in their way. This person has no inheritance. Like, okay, yeah. And if they went to somebody here to try to get a reading here, like this person didn't have any connection here. Spiritual body in the reverse, and then you have a court case here, okay? This person could have been saying that you weren't connected. Toxic AF. Somebody could have said that you were toxic AF in court. Fire sign, okay? I feel like somebody was speaking fire. Okay. Maybe they even tried to use your spiritual gifts, like if you give messages or something, against you. Okay. Child. They did this with a sibling. Could be a sibling of yours or a sibling of theirs. Yeah, that told them don't settle, stand your ground. Like, no, don't call the collective. Like, no, we can do this. We can take this. We can just lie. This also could be a sibling that you stood up to here. Like you weren't going to give in. I feel like they got some advice from somebody who was just as toxic. That's what I'm getting. Okay. That was egging them on in this one-sided battle. Okay. In a court case, it doesn't have to be a full-blown court case. It could be a hearing. It could just be something that went through the courts here, okay? You didn't know about this, though, all right? So this is the basis of all these lies. Yeah, Jupiter retrograde, honey. Do the work to achieve the dream. Awareness to complacency here. Yeah. And then travel. Raw, organic, natural, and authentic here. Okay. Jupiter retrograde. Let's get a couple more. Conflict of interest here. Yeah, they could have used somebody that they knew or that knew the ins and outs of a system here, okay? Because they did not do the work to achieve the dream, and they were definitely complacent. And whoever helped them was complacent as well. Conflict of interest. This should have been somebody who didn't help them. Shouldn't have, they weren't a candidate to help them here, possibly because there was some type of personal relationship here. Maybe if this was the courts, okay? Okay, church witch here. All right, we're dealing with somebody who wears a mask. I feel like this is who helped them here. Yeah, high society, money, power, and respect. Yeah, they got with somebody else to help cover something up. Okay, how they kept some money from you, something that was owed to you here. So they basically spent a narrative here. This comes out every third season. They basically spent a narrative after you had left. That you guys were still together, so they could like receive something on your behalf is what I'm getting. And they leaned on somebody in the community here that had some type of status here, or they were known or they were seen in a certain light here. Okay, yeah, they had a discussion. They had an entire meeting here with this lover, this ex-lover, formed discussion and meeting on how they could cause an illusion. Okay. And they told them, no, don't settle, stand your ground. We can do this. We can steal from this person without them knowing. Okay. Drama is in the reverse. Drama is in the reverse. Why? Because you weren't around. This person didn't want any drama. Okay. Because I feel like somebody wasn't owed or due anything. I feel like this is not even a situation where you were supposed to get some. They were supposed to get half. I don't know what this is. They were supposed to get half. You were supposed to get something. Like somebody wasn't owed a damn thing. Not one effing penny. Okay. And I feel like they weighed their pros and cons. They knew that you weren't going to give them anything here. Okay. Drama in the reverse. That's why the drama is in the reverse, because they never brought you in on the situation here. Okay. Fire sign is relevant here. Something about travel. And with the fire sign, I'm getting like, this is somebody who wanted to speak reckless or just lie. The drama is in reverse because you don't know that this person is lying. You're gone. Okay. Like they wanted to say whatever. Somebody's word was taken as law. Okay. Because you weren't there to speak up for yourself. And if you're this fire sign, they don't want any drama with you because they know that you would bring like the truth. Okay. Like, travel. Raw, organic, natural, authentic. And if you moved away here, they spent a story about that. Okay. Ooh, child. Somebody's trifling. Okay. They're really trifling. They hooked up with other trifling people here. Yeah. A trifling ass church witch here. Somebody who goes back and forth to the church, or they throw around names. Brother so-and-so, sister so-and-so, Pastor Jenkins here. And they ain't ish. Okay. Permanent actions and decisions based off of a lie. Yeah. Now they're in regret here. Because Venus retrograde, reevaluate love life. This person has to reevaluate a love life, a timeline that never existed. Because when it was over, it was over. You blocked this fool here, okay? And they chose to manipulate views and lies, manipulate how people see a situation between you and them. And it has everything to do with saying that you guys are still together or you guys are still in communication here, okay? If it's a masculine energy, they're a bird, okay? Really, like desperate as shit. Private investigator here. Okay. So somebody was in denial, disbelief, refusal of reality here. Okay. They could have hired a private investigator here. This person could be shook. Toxic AF. Yeah, it's a sibling. And again, you could have a sibling that's an air sign, a sibling and an ex. Like they'll do anything for abundance. They're toxic. Family, environment, friends, lovers. They could have even hired a private investigator. And again, maybe this is an outside party that hired a private investigator, because why are you hiding? I'm sorry. Why are you, somebody thought you were hiding something. Why are you hiring a private investigator when you know you lied? So they could have been spinning a false narrative to somebody here, and they hired a private investigator here, okay? Especially if you moved away, because they tried to spin that as if you were hiding something. Yeah, there could be some abundance that's tied to a passed over grandmother here, Okay, that has nothing to do with this person and their bloodline. So if they got with a partner of theirs, a third party, or their friend, their friend or their family here, to take like an inheritance that has everything to do with your family, like their whole lineage can get cursed. Somebody should have never touched one effing penny, and nobody cares about this person's butt hurt, stunted growth ass feelings here. Okay, somebody's grubby little fingers had no business with their hands on your lineage's abundance and prosperity here. Okay, yeah. So again, I don't know if you guys separated like homes and something came to the mail. I don't know. I don't know how this person knows about something that came to you and you didn't. Okay. Now there could have even been like some snakes in your camp that worked with this person, right? Definitely a lot of snakes. In order for this person to know about something that came to you and you don't know anything here, all right? And then they were so confident, they felt like they can say anything. They felt like they can say anything. Yeah. Tell you, boy. People think it's a game, playing with money that has been left to people. But, it's left to be a blessing for you. But when it gets in the wrong hands, it turns into blood money. And it turns into a curse. Okay? Like, they think it's an effing game. Because if this is like, for some of you guys, it's not an inheritance for someone, but inheritance or will, it never had any business touching this person's bloodline whatsoever. Like, this is major. Okay? Like, let's see what else is going on. Okay, now somebody's having a malfunction here about traveling here. Okay? I don't know if somebody tried to travel towards you, or there was some travel that was involved. Okay? And there could have been a need to, like, somebody tried to wanted to travel maybe to keep some drama down here. Okay? Hesitant to address the underlying issues, the cracks begin to widen. Fear leads to neglect, and neglect breeds chaos. Worry clouds your ability to act. Yeah. Time's relentless advance grapples with the irreversibility of time and its permanent impact here. Yeah, we've seen permanent decisions and actions, okay, based off of a lie. Like, they can't take back what they did. All right, so somebody activated a curse in their life, in their family's life. Okay, and that's justice. Yeah, evaluation criteria in the reverse here. So some paperwork that they filled out here, again, if somebody forged your signature, some type of identity theft is backfiring here. Okay, unfair assessments and rarely sees the full picture. Focus on shortcomings and misses out on potential here. Again, like I said, this person tried to project a narrative as if you guys were two peas in the pod. All right. Like, they had issues, you had issues, because it landed on loving yourself in the reverse here, okay? If this person had any respect for themselves, they wouldn't have got into this situation here. This is somebody who lives in lack, therefore they think in lack, okay? They see somebody else getting something, oh, that's not fair. Let's do this, let's take it. Like, somebody's a fool, okay? Focus on shortcomings and misses out on potential. Now somebody's getting the full picture of what's really going on, and they're addressing the root cause, okay? And somebody's stressed out. Gift. They caused a lot of confusion here for a gift that was not theirs. Okay, this person is a bum. Reaching out first here. Somebody may want to reach out here because they've been isolated here. Okay. Everybody who helped them achieve this bag that was not theirs has probably left this person here. Okay. It doesn't matter, because anybody who helped is going to get the karma as well. This person's stressed out. They find themselves all alone. They found themselves all alone from the get-go here. All right. And now that, shit is hitting the fan, they're back at that point. Somebody's a plum fool. I'll be in this energy too long. Yeah, and they're getting bad news here. Good. Successful, okay? Successful. They did this so they could be successful here. Okay, somebody thought that they were going to be rich, you know. Again, if your grandmother or grandfather left you tens or thousands of dollars here, like this was instant gratification here, okay? The money was always going to, with this malfunction energy here, again, it's not for them. So even when they get it in their hands, things are not going to work out for them. What's going to happen? Somebody's going to have unexpected expenses, a tragedy over here. Why? Because it's not supposed to be in your hands. It was never supposed to touch your hands whatsoever. So shit is going to start falling out of the sky. Okay? So that's what I'm getting with the successful and the malfunction here. All right? This person's car could have broke down. They could have started getting in a lot of wrecks, illnesses here. Like they don't understand that. Bad news. Bad news. As soon as somebody took something from you, all they were getting was bad news here. Okay? It's like stealing from you, going buying some expensive Ferrari. 3 weeks later, you total it. Okay? Then you end up in the hospital for 2 weeks. And then you're losing money because you can't work. Like people do not understand, honey. Stealing from the dead is the worst type of theft here. Okay, you think stealing from a bank is bad and you go straight to the feds here. Like they don't understand the curses that take root in your life because of it. Yeah, savings energy that fell right on the 9 of Pentacles here. Somebody is getting clarity here that this is your damn money. All right, this is your money. Prevents future issues by addressing root causes, preserves delicate beginnings, and ensures their future, roots out issues from their source, and promotes stability. And this is what a grandmother or a grandfather did for you here, okay? Preserves delicate beginnings and ensures their future. Somebody left something for you so you would have you would have a safety net here, okay? The savings fell and it hit the 9 of Pentacles energy here. And the thing is, whoever you are, I feel like you're in the 9 of Pentacles here. All right? Even though this was left for you, this was saved for you with the savings, this could be like a trust fund or something like that. You're already in this energy. You're already embodying this energy. As if whoever this ex is, they never embodied this energy. Somebody's always been like a scrub. Always needy, always taking, okay? Always, I'm hearing kill or be killed. Dog eat dog. Somebody has always been in lack, okay? So somebody was an absolute fool thinking that this would serve them, all right? Absolute fool. Last spread. And this person told so many lies. I feel like somebody had to hire a private investigator. They didn't have to do shit, but that's what I feel like, happened. Yeah, mimic chess. Mimic chess. It fell right on successful. You fool. You're a fool. Okay? Somebody wanted to play successful on daytime TV here. Okay? I'm hearing runt. Okay? I don't know why I'm hearing that. What seems valuable may hide danger. Images in your daily life serve as a reminder to guard against mimic chess. Beware of too good to be true offers and guard your heart against illusions of wealth. Okay? This person is an idiot. They ruined their life. Okay? They ruined their life. Because evaluation criteria is in the reverse. It says, I'm sorry I seem distant, but I need this time to complete my evaluation of our relationship here, okay? People could be distancing themselves from this person here, but whoever helped, they're getting it. So that's just how it goes. Wow. All right, collective, that has been a reading. Thanks for watching my channel, Journey Tarot. Bye.